back to the channel, YouTube subscribers. We have made it to day 3. Yes, day 3 of these videos. Day 4, tomorrow I'm dropping some pretty nice footage of the practice tree shootout, the PRI. But to get day 3 started, gotta explain to y'all what is Meech. Everybody probably wondering, I'm like, okay, where do these guys get a pro mod from? Meech is a 2010 vehicle tagged pro mod that Dave Thomas owns. Got updated 2020, 2021 or something like that. The car was originally an R8, an older R8 deal. Me, I only used the R8 with pat and no prep, so I had to change it. Y'all probably seen it. Some of y'all that may follow me on Facebook or not, I had to change it. I put a Holly in it. I've been wiring it in between races. And let me tell you, wiring a pro mod, everything gotta be on point. I mean, it's kind of nothing different than our radio deals, but you gotta really take your time and you gotta have more sensors than you can think of. So from R8 to Holly, made the levers to the dyno, everything went flawless. I post that footage up. Everything went flawless. I got more horsepower than probably, you know, the back half of the Pro Notchers field. And I got enough horsepower. I mean, I don't know what those guys make, like Tommy Franklin, Jim Halsey. I don't know what those guys make, but I got enough horsepower to probably make, you know, probably go 207, 208, maybe 209. Just base it off a car that I tuned on the dyno. Shout out to my guy Travis Harvey for still having faith in me for that. He went a 363 with a 9, a 364 flat at 208. So I'm tuned. I got, you know, I got the keys to go fast in Pro Notchers. I just never really had the opportunity. So thanks to Dave Thomas for that opportunity. And so we get the video started, kind of explain to y'all what went on, how it went on, you know, and address a few Facebook clowns. You know, I ain't gonna go into too much details about the clowns, but I'm gonna break down some simple math for y'all. Just like I know how much horsepower it takes to go 208. I know how much horsepower it takes to go low 60s, which we pretty much already there. So after we made it off of the dyno, took it over to Carolina Dragway, thanks to the Carolina Dragway staff. Tommy got the prep. I mean, I don't know what other way to say this. Tommy got the prep dead right for us on slits. So if you need to test at Carolina Dragway for slits, Tommy, Carolina Dragway got you. He got you dialed in. But so 36-inch tire, Pro Notchers trim, getting ready for Snowbird with the baddest in the land, as y'all probably seen. It is extremely hard. I don't know what other way to put it. It's extremely hard. You gotta get enough wheel speed up, generated the 60 foot, as you've seen with Kyle Kelly, 910, 909, something like that. But control these cars where they won't backflip. And I must say, hats off to people like Steve Petty. You know, got it down pat. But you know, given those guys do it enough, I'm gonna try to do it a whole lot more often. But my hands are so tired with the radio stuff, I just can't. Never really had time to do it, but you know, with this whole winter series, I got a little opportunity to do so. So to explain what exactly went on after we left Carolina, and y'all seen the results in Snowbird, we had problem after problem after problem after problem. Wasn't a lack of effort, we just had a lot of issues. One issue started at Carolina. I had a TPS sensor fail on me, at least I thought at the current time. So went out, DJ was on a perfect pass, about flipped them over. I'm pretty sure he's tired of me doing that, but didn't have enough weight on the nose. It got on the bars. I mean, he hit the 330, you know, with a slick car like that. So got on the bar super hard. TPS cuts out. He like, man, it slammed down on him. Like, what the? So, excuse my language, but it slammed down on us. come back, look at it, I'm like, all right, that's a TPS issue. But we ran out of time. I can only get, I think, 2 passes or so. The first pass, we broke the drive shaft in the burnout box. So we started off bad. So 2 or 3 passes, and the last pass, I finished off with a TPS issue. So we had to load that thing up, get it ready to go to Snowbird. We make it to Snowbird, and let me tell you, when I walked on the track, I dang near fell. And from that start of it, I'm like, okay, how are these guys getting enough wheel speed on a big tire to go down the track like this? And granted, I don't get the race, you know, like that much often, besides on drag radios. So, you know, I got experience and no prep with it, thanks to Pat. Rest in peace to Lizzie. No prep was I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's just it's a lot of power management. Now, you get out here, first pass, all I could think of, okay, give it bottle pressure. Because, you know, that's all I could think of at the moment. Got enough wheel speed up. You can see in the first pass, there's way too much wheel speed. It tire shirt so bad, I think we cracked the roof on the car. Or the quarter panel, something like that. That was just a tuner error. We came back the next day. I can't exactly remember what pass. I just go pass by pass with these videos. Came back the next day, tire shook again. But center section is ruined like super bad. So it's like, this ain't good. And they explain to some of you guys on Facebook, if you got a 10-inch, you know, center section like we got in that car, when you got a Liberty transmission and a 10-inch center section, you ain't get many passes on it. A lot of those guys got these, you know, $10,000 plus 11-inch center sections. So they get 100, 200, maybe 300 passes on them. Us, we get in 5, 10, 15 at the max, especially on a radio prep slick track like that. So we started off bad with that. 7 sections going out. I ended up going through 3 of them, 3 or 4 of them. So we're swapping center sections every pass. I finally thought I had figured out the electrical issue. We didn't figure it out. Went out, made a perfect pass. I want to say Q3, Q2, perfect pass. I thought for sure, okay, here goes the 64, 65. DJ laid back on the wheelie bars. Next thing I see, boom, car drops on the nose. I dang near had tears in my eyes because this field was already on the back side of the field. Q1 went on the bars hard. Q2, notches line broke. Well, 3 notches line broke, so we was on 5 cylinders. It went like a 382 or something like that. A 380, 389, I can't even remember. And then all we had was one more for Q4. And after we put our last center section in, we made it up to Q4. Very, very, very intense. West Buck is in front of DJ, you know, clapping, trying to hype us up. I'm in the back by there getting hyped up. And then we go out there, we go 933 to the 60 foot. I started seeing the car tire shake just a little bit. Stop tire shaking. It goes from first gear to last gear. When I tell you it balled down, I thought the hood scooped, the hood, front end, doors, everything was coming off that thing, but it didn't. Luckily, we only burnt 1 piston in the process, but it went from about 7,000 to about 4,800. And let me tell you, when you got 5, 6 kits turn on and you at 4,800 RPM, it don't sound pleasant. So it balled down, ended up going like a 370 something. That would have been probably 60, I don't know, 60. I was rudely interrupted by a phone call, trying to finish up this video. Like I said, 362, 363, something like that. I gotta do the math. We'll spin y'all around here and talk into the, explain things to the video. of what front split and what back split is, and how you pretty much gotta know how to master those things running at this level. Because the level we are racing at now with this pro mod stuff, it don't get no harder than that. I mean, 32 cars, 359 with a 2 to a 364 with a 9 or so is absolutely insane. So for the Facebook clowns that say, oh, they didn't make the field, when I post up this 64, 70 cars, just look at some of the names under 32 that didn't qualify, and then look at what we said with the issues we had. I mean, we had pretty much one decent pass, and we don't pro mod race at all. We had one decent pass, 940 something, 60 foot. It went 250 to the middle, which probably should have been 245, 246 or so, because I turned a lot of crap on through the middle. But we had a glitch to where everything reset. I think I figured out exactly why, and it had something to do with shock sensor shorting out the 5-volt network. Maybe the tire's touching it. I don't know. It's a possibility. I'm gonna test it sometime in January to figure out exactly if that's my issue. If it is, January, it's gonna be quite interesting. Y'all gonna see old bit Meech just knocking on low 360s. Granted, everything stays together because we tend to break a lot of stuff, not intentionally, but it's pro mod racing, and that's somewhat of a shot to some of the Facebook tuning gurus and race car gurus, mainly you guys from the DMV. You guys absolutely have no clue what it takes to run at this level, and it's the hardest of the hardest. I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. This is the hardest racing there is. When you got guys out there that got 2, 3, 4 spare motors, 2 spare heads, multiple intakes, multiple blowers, multiple turbochargers, you name it. Money really doesn't exist out there. We racing on a tight budget to even somewhat go out there with those guys, but I'll say we're gonna do pretty good. But I'm gonna spin y'all around, explain what back split and front split is. Like, share, tag, subscribe. You will like this footage. Alright guys and girls, I'm gonna spin y'all around here like I said and explain what front split and back split is, which is very simple. It's math. 330 minus 60 foot is front split. 1/8 mile minus 330 is back split. It's that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, person like myself and a lot of other tuners, this is what we target pass to pass. Now, of course, the quicker you 60 foot a car, or the faster you accelerate it, the faster everything else should come. Granted, you have no issues. As you can see here, on Thursday night, the car kind of rolled in the beams. We had the brakes went out on the car. That's another issue I didn't really explain in the intro. Brake pads wore slap out. They are carbon, and the band went out. So it kind of rolled. DJ had about 500-600 foot-pounds of pressure trying to push the freaking brake pedal into the firewall, trying to get the thing to stop. So that's why the 60 foot looks odd. So we went 964, 248, 374, 182. Okay, why is the miles per hour down? To educate some of the hating guys in the DMV and on Facebook that I seen, DJ aborted the run. This was really the first pass at 330 like ever on the car. So I was like, let me get a plug read that far out, make sure everything good. So 2.9 seconds, that's what the miles per hour is down. As you see, 152 with a 4 front split, 125 with a 4 back split. Back split is way off. I believe it was on 4 kits. I was pretty pleased with that run. we would have went all the way through uh 68, 69 or so, if my math is right in my head. Then you see Q3, we finally put together a pass. We was about to, and then we had a 5-volt reference or 5-volt ground. Something went out in the middle of the run. I'll show that run here in a few. Something went out. I don't know what. I'll find out when I test it, when I change all my sensors on the car. But 946, 250 flat. Yeah, probably wondering why the heck did it 60 foot so slow? I mean 330 so slow. Well, the G meter went from 3 something to 1 something. So basically stopped the whole acceleration. Well, when everything cut back on, notches and all, reset and cut back on, we still managed to go 372 with a 203.68. That was our best back split on the car. 121 and a half with everything shutting off. I'm suspecting the car is probably gonna go 119 something out back by the time I hose it down with nitrous. Front split was off again because it stopped accelerating. Then Q4, as you see, I didn't explain why I got the green highlighted. The green is highlighted because those are best increments run to run. So Q4, the most intense pass I ever had probably in the history of tuning, and probably for DJ in the history of driving. We went 933, but we shifted from first to freaking high gear. So it killed the run. As you can see over here, I created a projection for y'all. Now, granted, you know, come when I test, this is what I'm looking for to go pretty much off the trailer. What I did here, input a 60 foot. Let's just say I input 933 back in. If we go 150 flat up front, which it should be to do that, that should be 243 or so. If we go 119 and a half out back, 362 with an 8. So, but let's say we go 925 or so, 242, 362. So that's what front split is. That's what back split is. The faster you back split, like you hear some of these blower guys talking about going 115, 116 on 275s or so. That's capable of doing it. That's just, that's how much faster they accelerate on the back half of the track. And I don't have a miles per hour in here because you just got to see that on the racetrack. I mean, granted, it's going to be 207 or so, or something like that. I got to look at Travis Harvey's run. That's what I like to compare to, something that I've been laid my hands on, that I know what's in it, how fast it can go. So here we go. I'll explain a few things throughout the video. Let's do it.
All right, DJ McCain backing up. And probably, now, if that don't remind you of John Hall's beauty in his cars, how precise and how beautiful John Hall kept his pro mods. Nothing will. This totally brings back Annette and John to me. DJ McCain, small tire warrior, first time in pro mod. Your thoughts? That's right. Steve went to the dentist. He'll be back later. In the right side, Keith Goolsby coming up here in the right lane. On the Branson, Missouri. Hey, you've been to Branson. Here we go, DJ McCain. Let's see how he does. He's 53rd right now. He's gone 382. He knows what that feels like in a small tire car, I would think. On the right side, oh, I'm sorry, Goolsby over there on the Branson. Let's see how they do.
Love this car. DJ was wheeling that one, got a wheel stand there, powered through it. 372 at 203. Goolsby's 371 at 202. Puts him McCain at 46, Goolsby at 44.